back to Books with Kimberly. I am here with another NaNoWriMo 2020 update. Today makes day 25 and I've already reached my goal. I've written around 1,700, which is really good. And what I noticed this year, which I didn't notice in the past, as I continue to go above and beyond the target, it made the words for the next day go down. So like today, I think I only needed to write 900 words because I'm so much ahead. But I went ahead and I've just been challenging myself to do the 1,667 or go above that. I'm so proud of myself. I've reached 21 days. I got a badge for 21 days. And I also got a badge for hitting 40,000 words. And so that was just a couple days ago. As of today, day 25, I have written 47,367 words. I am so close to my goal, y'all. Like, I'm literally less than 3,000 words to go. And part of me wants to knock it out tonight or sometime today. Even if I finish today or tomorrow, I'm going to continue writing for the rest of the 30 days just because I have so much to do. So one of the viewers asked me to talk more about my process. So I actually came up with this book idea about around the summertime, but I just was not ready to write. I did not have the motivation with quarantine. I just wasn't ready. So I joined a lot of writing groups. I actually took a writing course. After that, I spent the next few months just really working on my outline. It's like 12 pages, but the day I started writing, actually did not use it. Like, I didn't reference it. I've maybe looked at it a couple times. I think a part of it is because I take the rules very seriously. So a lot of my outline was actually me writing stuff out. I'd be like, oh, that's a good idea. Let me write like a mock of how I will write it. And so I didn't want to be tempted to just like copy that over. I kind of wanted the words to just come naturally and flow naturally. That's really important to me. So that's why I call myself a plantser, because technically I did plan this novel out, but I'm still pantsing it because I'm not consulting that outline every day. My book formed around like 3 central ideas, and so it's all been like what happens before that action happens, what happens after that, and then how do I get to the ending that I want. It's just been hard for me to fill in those holes. 3 scenes don't make up a book. I had to really pull myself to write other things, to write work scenes, to write family scenes, to do dialogues, to give backstory, to have a subplot. Like, it's a lot that goes into it than just those 3 scenes that had me excited to even write this book and go down this journey. I like to give myself the freedom for it to just kind of flow. Sometimes that can be difficult because I am a person who I like to make a lot of changes. I've made so many changes, y'all, so many, and not just like little changes. Like, somebody went from a random character in a book to a love interest to now he is a co-worker. So like literally half of my book, half of what I've written so far, he's like a love interest, like there's a kiss, and then I have a little part where I'm like, from now on he's the co-worker. That's why I don't like to plan too much, because it does keep me restricted from making some of these changes that will improve my book, hopefully. I haven't finished a book in years, as I told y'all in my first video, but I'm feeling really good about this one. You know, I've done the outline, but I'm also free in my mind, and I'm figuring out a lot of things too of what I did wrong in the past. In the class I took, when I've gone to book signings and authors have given advice to the people in the audience, one thing that they've always said is to know your target audience. And I've always felt like I didn't really know who my target audience is. You know, I want to write Black chick lit. You know, it's a section of women's fiction, but it is more between the ages of 25 to 35, and I want to focus it on Black women. And they don't have a lot of books like that. When it comes to Black women, there's a lot of urban fiction out there, a lot of literary fiction, historical fiction, even a lot of romance. Me not knowing a lot of books out there in that genre it was hard for me to be like, who would my audience be? So I think when I would think of target audience, I would think of the family members who I think would buy my book just because they want to support me, and the friends that would do the same. And so I would start thinking to myself, well, a lot of my friends and family don't even read. So how do I draw them in? Like, what do I need to write to make non-readers a reader? And I did myself a disservice by doing that. And so I think that's been my block for all these years, is like focusing on how do I get this group of people, because I feel like only this group of people will buy my book, will buy my work, and support me. And so I have to find a way for them to not just buy the book to support me, but to actually open it up and read it, even though they're not readers. And I think I focused so much on that to where it's been hard for me to finish a project. You know, I've had these ideas that are wild and maybe are out there, and I'm like, you know what? If my friend read this, she wouldn't understand this girl. You know, if my sister read this, she probably would think this girl is silly. So let me change it. Like, that is what's been in my mind a lot of the time. And so I'm really praying and hoping that I can get to a place where I just let my creativity roam free. And I know it's important to have a target audience, and I'm going to do more research to find who those readers are and, you know, what those readers like. But I also think it's important that I not stifle my creativity, and that I also write stuff that I'm proud of, that I enjoy, and that I'm not putting my creativity in a jar and locking it. That's one of the changes I'm going to make going forward, is to just kind of free my mind of that pressure of like, I have to write this amazing book with these characters that people can know and identify so that they can entice them to read. Because honestly, I could do all that and the people still not read it. But you know, I think it's important that I also believe in myself, and that I continue to pray and ask God for his guidance, and that I just work on being the best writer that I can be, and hopefully my books won't be limited to this small group that I'm thinking, and God will show me that my book is ready for the world. Thank you for tuning in to another Books with Kimberly video. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, get down in those comments and talk with me, because I love hearing from you, hearing your thoughts on things, and just, you know, I hope that you all have a great Thanksgiving. Well, I'll probably post this after Thanksgiving, so I hope all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and are enjoying your week.